Behaviour specialist Sue Cowley has come to Whitton Middle School in Worcestershire. She's going to be helping Rachel Wheeler teach a 1-hour Year 5 art and DT lesson looking at fruit.
Aaron, have a go.
Using cameras and microphones hidden from the children, Sue will be coaching Rachel from a nearby room. She'll be providing some instant feedback and support, speaking directly to Rachel through a hidden earpiece. Sue will also be giving us her personal insight into how Rachel manages her class.
I'm very aware that I like the sound of my own voice. I have a very loud voice, and perhaps I need to be pulled up occasionally and to bring the level of my voice down, volume-wise and pitch-wise perhaps, because I'm very aware that as I talk louder, the children do. Well, the problem is, Jordan, if you've got Where's Wally open, you'll end up concentrating on that and not me, won't you? Yeah? So let's pop it underneath your table. And I tell you what, if you do some really good work and finish before everybody else, maybe you could have What's Wally at the end as your treat. Can anybody remember what our art and DT topic was going to be this term? Do you remember? I gave you a clue yesterday. Oh, come on, you think about it. What was your homework? Oh, 1 or 2 more hands going up. Alison. Do you know, I'm finding it very difficult to hear Alison because there's 1 or 2 children chattering. Thank you, that's much better. Alison.
Rachel, just don't talk for a second. When you bring the fruit out, you are going to have their interest. So try not to ask them for silence. Maybe hold the fruit up and just pause and see what happens. Just pause and breathe. And just wait for their attention, because they've got a reason to pay attention. Fantastic.
Oh, that's what I write, Sharon through Flavour King Bomb.
Do you see how they're shushing each other? Because they want to know. Fantastic, well done. And maybe say, well done.
Thank you to the table over there. You are sitting so sensibly, and you realised I was ready to speak and you waited. You looked at me and you listened, so well done. I'm just wondering if anybody knows what this strange-looking fruit is. It's not one that we might see normally, is it?
Peach.
Kieran? Oh, good try. Avocado? No, it's not an avocado. Abby? Good girl. It's a pomegranate.
It's quite static. I mean, I don't want to get her to try and change her lesson plan halfway through, but
it's called a pomegranate.
They want to get hands-on. They've seen the fruit.
You may have seen pomegranate juice.
Get hands-on with it.
When you get all of the fruit, please do not squeeze them, because if you squeeze them, you will bruise them and we won't be able to use them for anything else. Yes, Aaron?
They look like red noses.
They do look a bit like red noses, don't they? They're more like purple noses. Yes, Jordan?
That's a kiwi.
You're right, Jordan, it is a kiwi.
There's also an animal called a kiwi.
You're right, there is.
It's a small flightless bird.
It is a small flightless bird. Do you know which country it comes from?
I think she needs to kind of pick up the pace, but I don't want to jump in while she's actually talking.
Right.
Otherwise, they're going to run out of time to actually do their drawing.
Can you find out at home all about the kiwi that's an animal and bring it in to share it with us tomorrow? Do you think you could manage that?
What about a picture of it?
That would be good as well. OK, I'm going to bring some fruit round now, and I would like you to work with the people next to you just to come up with some describing words. You 4, can you do the pineapple, do you think? And could you have the Sharon fruit?
Rachel, could you set them a target? How many words you want? Maybe 5, I think might be cool.
Who's there?
Right, can you stop and listen?
The reason I've asked her to do that is because if she just says come up with some words, then they might probably 2 or 3. Whereas if she sets them a target, that's going to then get them pushing forwards. Because what this lesson is lacking at the moment actually is pace. And she has said to me that often she finds she can't fit everything into the lesson. And I think it's because she's used 15 minutes of the lesson before anybody gets hands-on with anything.
Thank you. Oh, sorry, Kieran, haven't you finished? Oh, sorry.
I do suspect you could pull them back together now. I think they've probably come up with their words.
One last word for me, then. OK, our learning objective for today. And I can see one or two people whose eyes need to come and look at me, please. Jordan, can you sit on your bottom, please, and look this way?
What's that? WMS drawing pencil.
Ah, well, if you listen, you'll find out. Thank you, well done, good boy. OK, learning objective. I can draw
I'd be
real
tempted to let
objects,
them
Kieran.
get the learning objective
I
in
can draw
a bit
real
earlier.
objects.
Because they've had sort of almost
Now,
20 minutes
I'm going to show you
before
how I draw.
they understand that the lesson is going to be about drawing the fruit. So maybe
I'm going to draw a shower
mention that
fruit.
first before they do the discussion.
Aaron, it was lovely to see you with your hand up, but you do need to wait for me to finish speaking first, please. Wow, fantastic. Look at all these children with hands up. That's brilliant.
What's really interesting to
at the
me,
shade.
when she interacts with a girl, it's, well done, Holly, you're sitting beautifully, you've got your hand up. When the boys get her attention, it's for different reasons. It's, well done, Jordan, you've stopped messing around with this. Well done, so-and-so, you're looking at me. It's almost like she's differentiated the behaviour she wants to see from the boys and from the girls.
Good girl. A 2B I'm going to use. Can you see how much darker that is now?
Rachel, I know you need to do this, but I think you need to pick it up slightly because what's going to happen is you're going to run out of time for them to draw. It's about 5 to 10.
Can you see now on the edges I'm just putting some little curves, and if you do that and then you can rub it gently with your finger, you begin to get a shadow. This is your job. You are going to be drawing the fruit that you were describing. So here, if you look here, I'm going to give you a list of what you're going to do. You are going to draw your fruit. OK. What else do you think you need to put on that piece of paper? Quick, quick, because we need to get going.
Brilliant, well done.
What do we need? What else do we need on that piece of
pick
paper?
up the pace. Get them moving.
Brandon.
Fantastic.
No, we're not going to put any colour on, we're just going to put shading on. We've got that up here.
That's it.
Charlotte. Name.
That's what's missing. There you go, Rachel. That's it. Go on. Brilliant.
If you shade like this and then rub it with your finger. Wait a minute, let me show you. That's it, good boy. If you rub it with your finger, can you see how you get a dark shadow? You might like to try a 2B as well.
There'll come a point in about 3 or 4 minutes where they've done all they can with the pencil, and so it almost needs to go on another stage. And what would be lovely is if Rachel could offer them the reward of, OK, when you've done your drawing to my satisfaction, I will come to you with this board and this knife, and you may cut your fruit open in front of me. That would just be, you know, it's fine as it is, but that would just be a lovely kind of extension for those who are working really hard.
I think there's a plum on there. You could have a go with that.
Rachel, the fact that kids are coming up to you with their things is kind of hinting that we're getting towards finishing point. It's about 8 minutes past 10, and I can see from your plan you're planning to do a plenary. So maybe within the next sort of 2 or 3 minutes, get them to finish up and maybe go round each table, some to hold up and explain what they've done.
Children, just stop and listen. Well done those people who've put their pencils down straight away and are looking at me. Well done. Thank you, Aaron, Oliver. I'm going to give you about another 5 minutes just to finish off your drawing. There are some fantastic ones that I can see. Lots of detail, lots of texture. People are putting a texture on this, and lots of shading.
Rachel, maybe shortly time to clap, clap, clap. And really, when you do the clap, 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 can you try and just pick up the pace? Right, everybody, I'm going to go whiz round to each table, hands up, that table, one person, hands up, stand up, show me your picture. Quite kind of pacey to kind of get that energy up.
Oh, I think Natalie was the first one ready. Anybody that still has their pencil in their hand, can you put it down, please? Because we're going to do our 3 stars and a wish. Do you remember in the past we've done it where we've said 3 really good things about these pictures and 1 that would make it even better than it was? Because they're all
There's a lot of extraneous verbal. So, pencils down, pencil down, pencil down. Yeah? So it's more of a command rather than a... because they won't listen if you're too verbal with it.
OK, I wonder who else I'm coming to. Let me see who's sitting up straight.
Brilliant. Nice movement around the room. That's nice, yeah. That's good. Well done, Rachel. Yes, one of those girls. Yes, 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 yes.
I like these ones. I worked with this group and it was fantastic.
You
because
did, and it was
so
lovely.
Carefully. I would have liked... No, I'm going to let somebody else. That was me being a wish, and it's not my turn to be a wish. It's
well
your
done.
Turn. Who can have
Hand
a
it
wish
over to
that will
them,
make
Rachel.
it even better than it was? Holly.
She's caught herself there. She said, I'm saying too much. Let's get the kids to say it. She's just done that self-reflection thing.
I'm going to choose Ross's. Now, I've chosen...
Ask them, why do you think I've chosen?
Why do you think I've chosen Ross's?
Lovely, lovely.
Oh, well done. Look at all these people who are looking carefully at it and getting their hands up.
Because it is a really good one, isn't it?
Wonder why. What do you think, Lauren?
There's lots of detail.
There is lots of detail in that one. I liked it because he'd actually made it quite big. He'd made it much bigger than the original, which meant that he could put detail on it.
Yeah. How about word beginning with T, kids? What word beginning with T has he managed to show?
Now, I can see that he's managed to get in here something, and I'm thinking of one word, Fiona, and it begins with T. What has he managed to get in? Do you remember we talked about it?
Yeah, I know that.
Remember? Oh, I can see the brain cells going. Come on, think. And I'm going to choose George.
Texture.
Good boy, well done. Texture. He's got some texture in there. He's looked at the different shadows that have created the texture.
Well, a good solid lesson from Rachel. No serious behaviour issues, a few little fidgets, a lot of kids trying to distract her, which I think we need to talk about as well. But overall, she did manage that class well. So you just had me in your ear for an hour. How was it? What did you learn?
It was a fantastic experience. I'm like a sponge. I love to suck up all of that sort of feedback. I was very aware when you were telling me about upping the pace,
right,
that I could feel myself that once you'd said it, that it had slowed, and I could see immediately that once I upped the pace, the children were with me and they were engaged.
Yeah. I think a lot of the issues with pace comes because you're not comfortable with giving them commands. Yeah. Everybody looking this way, pencils down, great. Yeah. It doesn't need to be. OK, everybody, now, is everybody looking this way? Do you see what I mean? It's different, because what they won't do is they won't hear it.
Right.
Yeah, they'll hear the commands, but they won't hear the kind of in-between bits.
Yeah, make it short, make it snappy.
Yeah.
It was really interesting as well when you pointed me to the table of girls. And it was a pleasing experience for me to spend time sitting with them. I think I do get very hung up on what everybody else is doing, and I don't give myself time maybe just to reflect on what's going on and to relax and enjoy it.
And don't panic.
No.
You know?
It was a really, really good experience. Thank you.
Fantastic. Well done, Rachel.